Hello, amazing fourth graders. It's Mr. Turbain here for lesson 7.5. Here is your objective. I will add and subtract fractions and solve word problems with fractions. So let's review so that you can write and solve these problems in your math notebook. Let's take a look at this first example. We have 5/8 plus 2/8. We know by now that we just need to add the numerator. 5 plus 2 is 7. So 5/8 plus 2/8 is 7/8. Now, let's take a look at this next example. We have 3/4 plus 1/4. So right here, I have 3/4 represented, and I want to add another fourth. So we get 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, 4/4 is also equivalent to 1 whole. So take a look at that. And this, you can see that they are equivalent. So 4/4 is also equal to 1. So 3/4 plus 1/4 is equal to 1. Let's back up just for a moment. Did you notice that when the numerator and the denominator are the same number, it is equal to 1? That's very important. Now let's move from finding the sum and adding to finding the difference and subtracting. If you have 6/7 minus 4/7, you get 2/7 because all you have to do is subtract 6 minus 4 in the numerator. Okay, let's take a look at another example. So here I have 1 whole. We want to change that 1 whole to a fraction that I can subtract 5/5 from. So do you have an idea of what you can do? Well, you can take 1 whole and change it out for 10/10. If you'd like to pause the video, you can count the 10/10 here, or you could just take my word for it. Now, 10/10 minus 5/10, you can see that you get 5/10. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5/10. Okay, so in order to do that, when you have 1 whole, you need to replace it with, or rename it with, a fraction that has a common denominator. In this case, it's 10. And whenever you have the same number in the numerator and denominator, then that's how you know you have 1 whole. So 10/10 minus 5/10 is equal to 5/10 because 10 minus 5 in the numerator is 5. Now that we've reviewed how to add and subtract fractions, let's take a look at a word problem on page 410. The question reads, Christopher mixes 3/8 gallon of red paint with 5/8 gallon of blue paint to make purple paint. He uses 2/8 gallon of the purple paint. How much purple paint is left? So we've got a word problem here, and you can see I've got my numbers with their units circled. So I've circled 3/8 gallon of red paint, 5/8 gallon of blue paint, and 2/8 gallon of purple paint. I've also underlined my question. How much purple paint is left? In that question, there's a key math word that I need to box. Left. Left means to subtract. So I know one part of this problem is going to be a subtraction problem. Okay? Now, can you see another word that tells you that we need to do another operation like add, subtract again, multiply, or divide? That word is mixes, or maybe even with, but I'm going to choose mixes. And mixes means to add. Okay? So that's helped me to think or evaluate the E on how to solve this word problem. So I need to add 3/8 plus 5/8 to equal some number. And then I'm going to take that number, and since I use 2/8 gallon of paint, then I'm going to subtract 2/8 gallon of paint to get my answer. Okay, so as you can see right here, uses is another word that could have helped me. With is another word that could have helped me. I know that I need to add and then subtract. Now that I've thought about that, I can go ahead and solve it. So you have 3/8 plus 5/8, and that is going to equal 7/8. So let me go ahead and make some room over here. I have 7/8 purple paint, and then I'm going to use 2/8 gallon of purple paint. So I'm going to subtract 2/8. So 7/8 minus 2/8 is equal to 6/8. So now that I've shown my work, I can go ahead and write up here on the line 6/8 purple paint is left. Okay? And just so that I can be nice and neat, like all good mathematicians, I'm going to box that answer. Hopefully, this helped you to understand how to add and subtract word problems. Now it's your turn to try it on your own. Have an amazing Osprey day!